Okay, how's my hair? Is it good? Is it good? This is going to be a long video, so let's get straight to the point. Day 2, water fasting. My blood pressure this morning was I should have written that down, I can't remember. It was much the same as yesterday. Yeah, I think my pulse has gone up a little bit, because, yeah, I'm still dry fasting, so I haven't had any water yet, and it's 1 p.m. on the second day. So, yeah, and I feel like I could have some water, but I don't feel like it's not really that difficult to not have water. I mean, I'm not dying. Look at me. Woo. Okay. Things I need to mention. I've got my notes again. Got some questions on the phone here, so I'll get to those. Yeah, I got a thumbs down on YouTube. Yeah, perfect. Leave a thumbs up or a thumbs down. I don't care. Leave a sideways thumb. Whatever you want to do, leave something like this. Leave a comment if you can, that'd be great, because I want to know who's watching. I've got a couple of views on the video, but just put a comment saying, hi Benji, whatever, then I can see who's watching. That'd be fantastic, thank you. Yeah, and comments from 2 people. Thanks Amy for giving me that, words of encouragement. Solid intro from yesterday's video, yeah, no worries. I'll try and keep them exciting like I am trying to do right now. So, hopefully, this is a good angle of the camera, but hey. Okay, on to the next section. How do I feel? Well, I just tried to stand up before, out of bed, a bit too quick, and was like, whoa, dizzy, so then I had to lie back down straight away. But then you just take a deep breath, and then you just get up a bit slower, and then I felt fine. No worries at all. So that was literally 10 seconds later, so yeah, no dramas there. Got a little bit of a headache kind of feeling. It's just a little bit dull. It's nothing terrible. It's just 2 out of 10 kind of annoying kind of factor, whatever. A little bit hungry, so-called, but it's not really that worrying. You just you just think about it, and then you don't think about it. You're on to the next thing. Yeah, a little bit kind of nauseous kind of feeling, but very, very small as well. I'm smelly. My body odor, not good. And yeah, too much information, gross. Yeah, coughing up stuff, but that's because I've had cold symptoms and that for the last 6 days. So on other water fasts that I've done, it hasn't been like that. It's just been yeah, I'm just kind of go from eating to not eating, and you just feel normal the whole time kind of thing, apart from feeling like you're fasting. Okay, let's get to some Instagram questions. Thank you very much for the questions that I received. Let's see if I can get through some of these. Okay, the first question is, do you think it's realistic and healthy mentally to sustain an all-fruit diet in the society we live? That's a very good question. Do I think it's realistic and healthy mentally? It's all given perspective, I suppose. It's all given someone's upbringing, and yeah, that's what it comes down to. And I suppose the more that people learn about these things, the more accepting they can be of new ideas. So for me, yeah, it's just well, it's the next step kind of thing. If I want to, help to evolve the human race, then yeah, we've got to live in line with what is best for our physiology. That's what I believe, anyway. So yeah, I think it's realistic in some places of the world. Obviously, you can't do it if you're in Antarctica, but that's going to be a bit difficult. But yeah, it's the best thing for mental clarity, in my opinion. So and well-being. It's meaning living in line with eating a fruit-based diet is going to help you have overcome any mental struggles that you may suffer from. So yeah, overall, I do think it's realistic. Yes. Do you believe the next question? Do you believe there are exceptions for whom water fasting is good for, such as individuals from an eating disorder background? Good question. I think that water fasting pretty well has a place for everyone, meaning, yeah, pretty much anyone it can be good for. If you read enough of the books on fasting and and you hear the stories of what have happened, that you'll find that some people from having eating disorders, anorexia or whatever, they can also benefit from water fasting under the supervision of a professional who knows what they're doing. They will help them to recover from such eating disorder backgrounds. So water fasting is definitely not 100% for every single human on the earth, but I'd say in most cases, more often than not, water fasting will definitely be a benefit to pretty much everyone, but not everyone. Where can I find an organic seeded watermelon? Good question. I'd like to know. If anyone can know where you can find an organic watermelon, it's got to have seeds, let us know in the comments, and then we'll all know where to get it. Melbourne, Australia. And what's the best way, this is the last question, what's the best way, I think it's the last one, what's the best way to support someone doing a water fast? Tips and advice. The best way to support someone doing a water fast? Well, you can easily be irritated on a water fast. So like, if you get cold, it straight away will annoy you just because you can feel a lot more, everything intensifies. So if someone's easily getting cold, help them out with that. Get them a blanket, whatever, get them a pillow, get them whatever they need. The other thing is, don't talk about food with people. Try not to talk about food, obviously, because people will a lot of the time be thinking about food. Don't talk about it, don't bring it up. And if the person who's water fasting talks about food, change the subject. Just be like, oh yeah, whatever, and then just go on to the next thing. What else could you do? Try not to, I suppose, try not to talk to them too much either. If you can sense that the conversation, if they're not really saying too much, you can either do the talking for them, or they might not want to have you talk at all. So you gotta just like pick up on little cues and read how the conversation's going, and if they just anything they they require, just try and help them with. Not very good tips, but that's the best that I can come up with right now. And I think there is another one. How do you approach the subject of water fasting, fruit eating, with closed-minded individuals whom are insulting and bad-mouthing it without having proper knowledge of it, just under the condition of societies? How do you approach the subject of water fasting, fruit eating, with closed-minded individuals? I kind of just let it's kind of like they say about veganism, I suppose. Like, the truth doesn't need protecting. So I believe that the fruit diet doesn't need protecting because it's the truth. So people can say whatever they want to say, and then you just let the results speak for themselves, basically. People will badmouth it, they'll say all these things, and then you just take one look at their lifestyle, and you can clearly see they've got no place to be, they're not in a position to be making comments about how good or bad a fruit diet is, and water fasting. People will, but it's kind of like the thing about when people are in denial and there's violent opposition. They're just like, they're in denial, and there's all those stages they go through, and then once people learn, you can't what's the word? Struggling with words, but when people they're not going to straight away accept it, because it is kind of unusual. But when you really think about it and you hear how it all works, then you can understand. Sorry, I'm kind of mincing my words together here. And then about pharmaceuticals. Pharmaceuticals, no good. They're poisoning this whole planet, basically. They're toxic. And you just need to they do tests on the water supply and the sewage, and they can find elements and traces of all sorts of medications, drugs, pharmaceuticals, and they're just going to go. It's going to just toxify our water supply, and it all gets just recycled, and it's no good for the planet and the people. And we need to get back to healthy lifestyle so we don't use those things. That could be a whole other video. I think a whole video in itself. So, is there any other questions? I think that's it. The video's probably gone on far too long. FYI, another gross thing. watch out. I still haven't been to the toilet for number 2s. So it could be, I think, yeah, it's probably a lot due to that I'm water fasting. So yeah, peristaltic activity is when you eat something, it signals everything goes down the line, like carriages shunting, like all the carriages on the trains, like pushing the next one along. That's like basically, yeah, how it works. When you eat something, something's going to come out. So I haven't eaten anything, so therefore nothing really wants to come out, and I haven't drank anything, so there's really no signals to like move the next thing along. I'm not worried about it because the body will know what to do. There's plenty of cases of people water fasting and they'll be on their 16th day or their 22nd day or their 30th day of a water fast, and they'll have a poo. So yeah, I'm not worried at all. The body knows what to do. The body has the innate wisdom. It knows what to do. The body always does the right action given its circumstances. So if you let it get out of the way and let it do what it wants to do by not putting in food, etc., then it will know what to do. Thank you very much for watching the video. Hopefully you got something out of it. And yeah, it's my day 2, carrying on to day 3 tomorrow. It's 1 o'clock now. And it's a bit colder today, but it doesn't bother me. I'm still staying warm. Got plenty to do. Get back into some reading now. Tomorrow's video I'll show you the books that I'm reading, or the ones that I suggest you read that I already have read. So that way you can get a better understanding of how all this works and why it's good to do and beneficial to you. And yeah, thanks for coming along. Cool. Bye!